welcome to my channel Frontend Source Code. So today I'm going to show you how to store data in async storage or local storage, and how to retrieve the data in our from our local storage. So let's start. Uh, we are going to store data from our registration page, what we have entered in our like mobile number and email ID and name, password, those things. So we are going to store in our async storage, and it will retrieve that data in our login page. So to store that data we need async storage library. So let's search on async storage. So React native async storage. Okay. We are going to install uh, async storage library. Okay, let's install. We go to the documentation. Okay, so we are going to install this library to use our local storage. So yeah, so let's install this one. Okay. So it will take a little bit time to install our library. Okay, now it's finished. So go to our okay, here we are going to add our async storage data. So let's import async storage. Okay, sync. Okay, async storage. So how to use that async storage, let's have a look on that. So we are going to create a function. So we are going to create a async function to store our data. So let's const store data. Yes, async. Okay, so we are going to store data, so we have to pass some values. Okay, value, that value will store in our async storage. Here we'll do one thing. We'll write try. Okay, then catch. See, it is catch. Catch, that is e means error, right? So we'll catch the error. So this is console dot log e. Okay, if any error will occur, then we can print in our console. So we are using async, so we'll write await await space async storage. Okay, so async storage dot set item. Okay, so we'll set our item. So this is key means we are storing our user, right? So user. Okay, and then value, right? Then value. So we'll set our item. So we'll set our item here. So user, right? So this value will be string value, right? So what we'll do, here what we'll do, one thing. So let's create a JSON, right? Const data equal to, so create a JSON. So JSON will contain one key and one value, right? So this key will be, suppose, name key. So and this value will be name, right? We'll create another variable, another key as mobile. Okay, and we are going to store mobile here, right? So then we are going to store our password. Okay, PSS WRD password. This will be our PSS passwords. Okay, so how we can make this data, this object as a string. So we'll do one thing. Sorry. Okay, so store data, so we'll pass here. So to stringify our object, we'll use JSON dot stringify. Inside that we'll write our data. So this will create a string, and this will store in our store data. Okay, so it will store our data. So after this, so we'll take a look on let's have a look on means how to retrieve this data in our login screen. So same we are going to use effect, because when our component will load, that time use effect will work. That will debug and we'll see. So use effect. Okay, so use effect. So how to write use effect here. So this is, I think, yeah. So take this one. So here I'm writing use effect. Okay, use effect. Creating a function. Okay, arrow function. So inside that I'm calling a method as array function, right? So get data I'm calling. Okay, get data. Okay, I'm calling get data function. Let's create a get data function. Const get data. Okay, get data. Then async uh, async get data. Yes, get data async here. Okay, so similarly we are going to create a try and catch block. Try and tch catch. Okay, it will catch our error. Okay, so case will pass e, that is for error, that is will write console dot log e. Okay, so inside the try block we will write, so const value equal to, so that value will be await space async storage. Okay, dot get. Okay, I think async storage we have written here, that is not correct. So let async store, because that async storage from React Native, it's deprecated. So we are using React Native async storage. So get item. Okay, get item. So we'll pass that variable what we have passed in our registration screen. Okay, that user will pass it here. Okay, so we'll pass in our login screen here. Okay, then we'll do one thing. We will console dot log and that user, right? Sorry, value. So value will not work, means value right now this value is a string value, right? So we have to make this as a object, because in our registration scene we have made object to string and store in our local storage or async storage. So we are going to pass this value here. So we'll do one thing, we'll pass json dot parse. Okay, parse our value, right? Value, or we can do one thing, we can create another const, const data equal to JSON dot parse here, then sorry CO. So we'll pass data here. Okay, so let's start our application. So npx, okay, I think it was okay, because we have installed one module, it will not work. So npm start and npx react native run android, react native run in android. Okay. So it will take a little bit time, please wait for that. Okay, so it will take 91%, 95%. Okay, okay, now it's successful. So let's check. So let's have a look on this. Uh, okay, so our application is working fine. So let's go to our registration screen. So here we have to write, we have to enter our details. So let's check. Okay, let's go here. So press Ctrl D or inspect or F12. So go to the source. Okay. So previously we have, okay, so we have okay, this one I think registration screen, right? So we'll test it's working or not, right? So here I'm adding, yes, okay. So and similarly we'll add in our login screen also. See here, this here, sorry, here, okay, not here, okay. So let's add our details. So enter your name, okay, test user, okay. So enter your mobile number, 9876543210, and password. This is your password, PSSW. Okay, so click on register. So let's say breakpoint. So here we can move forward to next breakpoint. So this is our data, okay, mobile number, name, and password. So next, so this is value. So value is in string format, you can see. It's our data is within our within w code. Okay, so let's pass this data. Okay, so we have passed this data. So next we'll check in our login screen. So we'll go to, okay, so we'll close the application, then open our application, because so we have to check that Async storage is working or fine or not, right? So after closing, when I reopen, so means our data will be in local. So you can see this is the user, this is data, then this is the value, and this is in string format, right? So when we parse this data here, next breakpoint, so you can see this data is in object, right? So here this value is in string format. After parsing, you can get the data in uh, object format. Okay, so let's go to the console, and you can check this data is in our object format, right? Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so after this, what we'll do? So we have to check that after means what we have registered after registration. So login should work fine, right? So here what will add a conditions, right? So we'll add conditions. Okay, so this is the get data. So what we'll do? We'll add the data in our, so let another mm, okay, user, set user, right? Set user, set user. So its state is nothing, only blank object is there. So we'll add set user. Okay, we'll add here set user, set user. We set our data, right? Data. Okay. So so we're going to set the data here. So we'll create a okay, US your user and set user, set user. Okay, this will be blank. Okay, blank object. So here we are going to set the store data in our use use state. Okay, sorry, not set user. Okay, inside user you just set the data, right? So okay, so after this when we go for this one, so we'll remove this. So console dot log. Okay, and print user here, right? User, because this user is coming from our state, right? So okay, okay, let's check first, then we'll think. Okay, so in our mobile, so we have the mobile numbers. So when we click on login, that time we have to show the user, right? Okay, let's have a look on this. So when we check, okay, later. Okay, so okay, so I'll type data test user. So test, this is mobile number 0987654321, and password will be right. So we check in our console. So you can see there is one data is there. So test user, mobile number and password. So what we'll do, we have to check if else if username user if if mobile equal to user dot mobile, okay, and PSS password equal to user dot password, then alert, alert alert dot alert, logged in successfully. G logged in as you, okay, logged in successfully, and else so we'll show the toast, right? We'll show the toast. Please enter valid username and password. Please enter valid mobile number and PSSW, right? So we'll check this will work or not. Okay. So when we are going to check, so go here. So let's have a look. So go to the registration page. Okay, so we'll enter the name. Okay, already we have entered 987, right? So no need to store again. Let's check this one. Go to the, okay, so this one should match, right? Okay, 987654321 and password is password, right? Password PASSWRD, right? So when I press login, so logged in successfully, right? Okay, otherwise if I missed something here, then check. Okay, okay, please enter valid mobile number and password. Okay, so till now I have completed all login and registration flow. So next we'll start working on home screen and with showing all our products and categories. Okay, thank you. Please share, subscribe, and press bell icon to get the notifications. Thank you. Bye bye.